ఓం శ్రీ గురుభ్యో నమః. అందరికీ నమస్కారం. In the presence of a master, one disciple has asked the master, Master, when I am in your presence and in this state of silence, playfulness, happiness, and creativity. So, all these feelings arise within myself, and I feel it, some kind of craziness arising of these feelings. I feel it is somewhat like a craziness. Can you please elaborate and explain on these feelings arising in me? Then the master told him like this, my dear, first of all, drop the word craziness, for the feelings which you have explained as they are not in fact crazy. See, creation, any kind of creation, I mean any act of creation is sane, is full of sanity. So all acts and gestures coming out of that creative attitude are sane. They are sane and they are pure. You see, the creativity, that art of creativity hidden in your being is expressing itself as playfulness, happiness, joyfulness, and creative aspect, as creative acts, creative gestures. So they are, I mean, such kind of acts that kind of inner fountain of creativity is trying to explode itself from your depth of the inner being. I wish that many of our disciples should be flooded with such kind of feelings, as such kind of feelings are divine and sane. See, there are great mystics, but their creativity is infinite, and such kind of mystics whose creation is of the greatest order are not recognized by the ordinary minds and people. You see, there was one great mystic called Kabir. Kabir was a weaver of clothes. He used his activity is to spin and weave the clothes. And he used to go to the market to sell the clothes created by him. So, there are thousands of disciples for him. So, when he has become old, in spite of his advanced age, he continued his activity of the spinning and weaving the clothes. So the disciples have asked Kabir, at this old age, why do you do this kind of activity? Please don't strain yourself anymore. We will take care of you. Then Kabir told them, my dear, what I am doing is not a business. It is a love affair. I am making and weaving the cloths for God, for the sake of God. And he used to worship Rama, Lord Rama. He was a great devotee of Lord Rama. So he used to see and address all his customers as Rama only. He used to tell them, I have taken great efforts and pain in weaving these clothes. Rama, please be careful and all that. He used to address his customers as Rama, and he used to feel that he is speaking only with his God, Lord Rama. So that's what the Kabir said to the devotees. It is a love affair between a devotee and God. So his activity is that way has become a divine activity, and that way with his art of creation of clothes, he used to worship the Lord. Now, there was a second mystic by name Gora. He used to create and make beautiful pots, and he used to carry them on the donkeys for sale in the market. So his way of creating those pots was very beautiful. So even the kings were his disciples, besides wealthy and ordinary people. So they all asked him, Master, why do you resort to doing this kind of job? We are here to make you comfortable. Please stop doing this activity. Then Gora told them that, see, my activity, in fact, my faculty of the art of creating the pots, this faculty, this art has been given to me by the God, by the merciful God. So by doing this kind of activity, because of the inherent, the art which God has given, I am enjoying doing it, and I am not making the pots for money. No, I am not doing it for money or as a business. In fact, my activity, my creativity of the pots is my prayer. It is my worship to the Lord. So I derive joy, I derive unalloyed joy and happiness, and I feel grateful to the Lord for having endowed that art, and by making use of it, I am becoming more and more grateful to the Lord. So That's what Korah said to his devotees. I'm sorry, disciples. Then the third great mystic was Ravi Das. He is also called Roy Das. He used to make shoes and he used to polish the shoes to make them shiny. So he belongs to a class of untouchables in those days. But whatever used to come from him, he has become a scripture. That is his devotion and love towards God. His heart was so pure, so divine. Whatever he spoke has become a scripture. See the profoundness of the devotion of him towards the Lord. So, his disciples have also asked him, because in those days that shoemaking was considered to be a profession of at a very lower stage. So the disciples have asked him not to make the shoes and all that. Then he told them, my dear, this is the art given by God. By doing this activity playfully, joyfully, I am feeling and expressing my gratefulness to the existence. By utilizing the art to the full extent of my potential, I am worshipping the existence and God. And this way I am expressing my gratitude to the Lord. I am not making it for money. It is only out of pure devotion I am doing it. And whenever I do that, I am doing it only for the sake of God. Because whoever wears those shoes, I feel that God is wearing those shoes. So this is his devotion towards God. You see, friends, people does all sorts of things and engage themselves in mundane activities of the world throughout their life only for the sake of livelihood. I mean, many people, there are exceptions, but how many people live in love with the God, the Creator, the lover of all of us, the lover of all the creation. See, God or the divinity or the nature has given us this beautiful life. So, is it not our honest fervor to make the existence more beautiful? You are born in this beautiful existence. So, every human being is endowed, has been born with certain kind of art, and when he expresses that art in his activities, then he is expressing his gratitude, as that activity becomes a prayer and worship to the existence and to the God. So, whatever man does is for livelihood, but whatever a devotee does is for the sake of divinity and God. See, it is purely a love affair. It is not a business dealing, it's a love affair. So, when you love, you give yourself to the person or thing or divinity or nature. You give yourself. Giving yourself to Lord is devotion. That is the true love, and that is the way of expression of your love towards the creation. So, thank you.